Okay, so a number of years ago, I worked in Alaska doing some seasonal work, and it was my first time in Alaska. And so once my job ended, I decided to take a few days to travel by myself before heading back to the East Coast. And I got on the bus in Denali heading to Anchorage, and this is back in the day when I met new friends on buses. And I met a guy who, now that I think about him, probably saddled right up next to me, named Joe. And I remember Joe because he had this amazing gold tooth. And I was like, wow, I don't see a lot of young people rocking the gold tooth. But like, all right. And from here on out, he's going to be called Flo Joe. So Joe and I made friends. I'm heading to Anchorage. I'm going to travel for a few days by myself to see the southern part of Alaska. And he was like, hey, I'm staying at that same hostel. Oh yeah, hey, that sounds fun. Next thing you know, we're making plans together. So when we get to Anchorage, he was saying, yeah, I might meet up with some friends, da, da, da. And I said, you know what, to tell you the truth, I could really use a bag of weed for the next couple days because I'm just traveling by myself. And he's like, yeah, no problem, no problem. I gave this guy my money, okay? So this is where Flo Joe comes in, because I gave him my money and then I never saw Flo Joe. So when I tell my mom this story, I'm like, Mom, I got robbed. And I think the word is swindled, right? So I remember thinking to myself, wow, like I'm such a knucklehead and I can't believe I just did that. And I really was holding out hope that I would see Flo Joe again. Never saw him again. So, but I had the rest of my few days to travel in Alaska, and now I'm down quite a bit of money. And so I go to a coffee shop, and I get there in the morning before it opens to just get my thoughts together and get a little bit more realistic, and I meet another guy. His name is Steven. And Steven is also waiting in front of the coffee shop before it opens. So we're chatting, and I wind up telling Steven my story. Steven, I just got swindled, da da da. From here on out, I'll call him Steven Crane, giving me my red badge of courage, because he was like, you got this, you can continue on your journey, it's no problem, you can do this, don't feel discouraged, there's bad people, but there's also good people in the world. And I was like, all right, but I'm really down some money. And he's like, I'll buy you some breakfast, and then I'm gonna put you on the highway. You're gonna put your thumb out, and you're gonna find a ride to southern Alaska, which was your plan that you just shared with me. So I was like, okay. So Steven Crane puts me on the highway, and this is the first time that I'm really like hitchhiked on a highway. Okay, so I have my thumb out, and now I'm like trying to project that I'm like confident, like strong, badass woman, but I'm really feeling vulnerable and like kind of not great. And immediately a car pulls up. I like two things already. I like that it's a woman. I like that it's in a Volvo. I don't know why, but I'm feeling comfortable. And I get in and I say, hey, I'm going to Seward, Alaska, and which is about 3 hours south. And she says, hey, my name is Jewel. I can't make this up. So Jewel from Alaska, she is not the singer, but she has this amazing name and this like very vibrant personality. And she said, I'm not traveling very far, but I'm going down the road about 15 miles. I'd be happy to give you a lift. I was like, great, 15 miles is 15 miles closer. So I hop in the car, and she and I just like seriously connect in a way that was amazing. So we're driving, we get 15 miles in no time. And she's like, you know what, I can keep on going for a little bit. As the conversation goes on, she and I have so much in common. She's very, very cool. Next thing you know, she says, I'll drive you to Seward, Alaska. And I was like, this is way out of her way. So we get to Seward, we pull up into a restaurant, we have dinner together. I almost feel like I'm falling in love with her. And all of a sudden I was like, wow, this is amazing. She drops me off at my hostel in Seward, and now it's time to say goodbye. And we give each other this warm embrace. we give each other our, our contacts and our addresses, and then she gives me my hand, and she's holding my hand. She goes, somebody did this to me one time, and I'm gonna do it to you, and I hope, it was so nice to meet you, I hope to contact you again. She drives away. And as she drives away, I look down, $100 bill in my hand. And in the period of less than 24 hours, I feel like I had been swindled, I had been encouraged, and then the human existence had proven redemption at the end of it. And I felt like that was my journey in Alaska. Thank you.